1 2 1 2. Testing
Yes.
1 2 3.
Beautiful.
Still a bit of an echo there, isn't it? Little bit of an echo in it. I'm going to hold the mic. Let me turn this off. Interference. We have a new look London Something Live studio today. We're just settling into the new settings. I don't. Where am I? Well, I'm looking at the screen. There we are. So yes, we are here in the London Something Live studios. And are we not in the London Something Live studios? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're here. Let's go again. My name's Natural Right. This is ZERIOUS Sounds on London Something Live. And today we have the great Kyma the DJ. Welcome to London Something Live studios.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. With Natural Right and Serious Sounds, obviously we've been watching. So I'm like, okay, what? I'm here? Yes. Yes, thank you for inviting me as well. I appreciate it so much.
You know, since I started playing, you pay so much more attention to DJs and how they play and their style and the energy. And you're somebody that I saw and I thought, wow. I was in awe.
Yeah.
And that's why it's people like you that I love getting on. And I had Loki on as well.
Yeah.
It's just energy people. So I'm really, really excited to have you. I'm really excited to hear a little bit about your story and obviously to get into the back-to-back. And already, those of you who've been tuned in, you can see we're already bracking out. We've already been in a minute. So, first question, how have you been DJing?
I started officially in 2021, February. And yeah, I started just in my bedroom on my phone. You know the little app, what's it called? My DJ or
Yeah,
DJ
virtual.
City or something?
Yeah, one of those ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going through like a rough time. Obviously, it was lockdown, and I had a lot of depression. And the person I was staying with was like, "Well, what gets you out of being sad or depressed?" Yeah. And then for me, I was like, the only answer is music. It always has been. You know what I mean? I was like, I love to go out and dance. I love to go out and just hear sounds, just different energies. And so she was like, "Well, have you thought about DJing?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I downloaded the app. Then I bought my little DDJ 200. Not even the 400.
Not even the 4, you know.
We was broke. So I bought the 200s.
Okay.
And then it just started from there really. So yeah, 2021 February. I remember the date. It's the 17th of February, 2021.
That's an amazing story because I agree with you in the sense that music gives me life. And different times throughout your life, you know, like low points, high points, but it's something that can always pull me up and bring me up, and it brings people together. So it's nice to hear that music was a savior for you, and it brought you to here where you are today. So after you started learning, how long until you first started like playing out publicly?
So I first started learning, then my first actual time playing publicly. You're going to be like, what? Was at Glastonbury. This was last year.
Somebody come look at this. She said at Glastonbury, you know. Wait, whoa. Hold on, pull up, as they like to say in the music business. How you get from, oh man, I wasn't really feeling like start DJ to Glastonbury?
I don't know.
How? Can you tell me? Because I want to go Glastonbury. And you did 50, and like, this is questions for later. She's jumping the gun with her Glastonbury self. And like 50 first date as well. I thought.
Yeah, that was my second time playing out. So.
All right, guys. All the aspiring DJs. This is the pattern. Straight in. So come on, Glastonbury. How did that happen?
Straight up networking. I just found people that were playing, and I got in contact with them. Then I got in contact with the people that hired them, and I was like, "Hey, I'm kind of the DJ. Can I play here?" And then they were like, "Oh yeah, sure. We like your sounds." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." They were like, "We're trying to." They were at the time where they were trying to bring in more diversity into the sound of Glastonbury. I think Glastonbury has always been like a bit. So they were like, "Okay, we want to introduce a different sound to Glastonbury this year, and we like your sound." So I was scared, because I got on stage and I had no idea how to work a CDJ.
No, because this is what I'm saying. These are all like DJ problems that you have to live with. It's like going like I had a booking the other day, got there. I'm not used to playing with the laptop. I've gone straight into CDJs, but it's all of these different things. So how on earth did you manage that?
God, I couldn't. Literally. Someone told me that's where you put a USB. So I was like, okay. So I put my USB in. I got the videos. I put my USB in, and then I didn't know how to format my tracks.
Oh, so you
So
had none of the
all of my tracks, no information. So I literally was there like this. And I pressed play, and I called my friend over on the stage. I'm on a big stage, and I was like, none of my tracks have the information. And I was a hot Q DJ at the time. And then he was like, all right, yeah, I'll be right back. Left the stage and never saw him again.
Oh.
So I was on the stage at Glastonbury just pressing play and stop.
No way. Did you have a lot of, was there a lot of people? What time was the set?
It was a lot of people.
Oh my God. How many?
Peak time at Glastonbury. It was Saturday. It was around 1:30 in the morning, which is peak at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And you know, people end up loving it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. And then the next time, which a month later, was 51st Festival. And that was my second time playing in front of people. Yeah, the same thing happens. All my track.
Have you got you sorted? Yeah, you're right. You sure? Yeah.
I figured it out now. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, so I figured it out now. Thank God.
And for me, that's like one of my worst nightmares. 'Cause, you know, like now I'm getting much better because I know that I wouldn't say real DJs, but people, older school DJs who haven't started learning with CDJs with all the information, they would look at some of us and say you're too dependent. But when you put your thing in and none of the stuff's there, I'm like, and you have to actually use your skills. You have to use your ears. You have to work it, and it just shows that you're the DJ. It's not about the tunes. It's not about the machine.
Exactly.
It's about
you and just what you know. You know what I mean? It's what you know from being a raver. I've just always been a raver.
Yeah, that's like me.
So I'm like, okay, how it's supposed to sound? All right, no, it's not supposed to sound like this. So make it sound right. And you just go with whatever you can do to make it sound right and then just figure it out. And I think that's one thing that we are scared. I think I'm such a perfectionist sometimes that you're afraid of messing up, that you just avoid some things.
Yeah.
But there's beauty in messing up on the spot, but then figuring it out on the spot right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
there's lots of things that I'm still scared of, and I'm trying. Like, for example, effects is something I wouldn't say that I've mastered yet, but in the recent weeks, I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable. And the loop is still something that I'm like, I'm not trying that one. That one there. If I hit loop and it's I'm like, I might have to do a backflip off the stage, just stop, drop, and roll or something.
Just do one of these. Believe in you.
But well done to you. That's amazing. Yeah. So Glastonbury and then 51st State. What happened next? I mean, where do you go from there? The only way is up, but I mean, you started at Glastonbury.
Literally. So, I just got contacted the other day to do Secret Garden Party. No, because I'm a Secret Garden Party fan. I've been going. They shut it off for how many years, and they had the one last year. So now, I mean, I need to be following behind you because I don't know how come you like. She said Glastonbury, and then she 51st State, and now Secret Garden Party. Network.
I'm coming. Well, I'm gonna follow. Where's the net? So I'm gonna work there. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So literally, it was 2 days ago, and they said, "Well, Secret Garden Party." I said, "Well, yeah. Why would I say no? Who says no to that? You know?" So that's the mission this year. But it's been so interesting because my music journey has been an up and down kind of one. I started off with your typical R&B, dancehall, soca. I think that was where people expect you to start, especially as a black DJ. I didn't understand house, not fully, you know. I think house in the scenes that I was always in was always a very not black people friendly space.
Like, I grew up on electronic music, and people will always assume they'll see me and say that you like bashment or you like reggae. Obviously, I know my roots and I know my music, hip hop and R&B, but house has always been my core. But I know what you mean in terms. Well, now that you know you're in the scene, there is lots of different pockets within house.
I'm trying to explain to my other friends. I'm like, guys, just come with me, and then I've pulled everyone in. I'm like, you don't understand.
The vibe.
It's changed my life. Like, it really has changed. Until I went to Looney Tunes, which was last year, February. And all the way up until from that February 2021 to 2022 February, I was playing your standard bashment, R&B, everything else. Went to Looney Tunes and I was like, what is this? I was like, what sound is this? And I was researching, I was trying to Shazam, nothing came up, and I was like,
that's the word in it. That is the house DJs, because like me, not that the tunes belong to anyone, but me at True Teeth, I hear you like what? And then you know when you can't get it, and you're looking at the DJ like, come on, man, where did you get this tune? And then sometimes when you mix, when they're mixed, Shazam says, what?
Out the door. You can't Google the lyrics. You just need to know. So I literally started just doing my research, and now it's just the love of my life, honestly.
Yeah, because from watching you and how engaged and how much you feel it, it seems that that's your core.
I love it. I'm like, what? Every time I go to someone new, I'm like, oh my God, something new. It's so like it was like I was just.
So what kind of, like Looney Tunes, what kind of exactly what kind of sound is that, would you say?
They were playing a mix at the time. It was a mix of like Afro house, mixed with my piano, mixed with like a little bit of funky, mixed with, it was just this massive mix of just, but it was all underlaying kind of Afro inspired.
Yes.
So that's what drew me in. I was like, it's what I used to rave to. I always used to rave to funky. I've always been a funky and garage raver. Anytime I went out. And I was like, it's that same bounce, but with like the drums in the back, and you had the.
It's quite spiritual. Some of the Afro house and the Afro tech, because I think when I first started playing, I played a lot of amapiano and Afro tech, like this kind of sound, and it's like I like deep house and I like tech house as well, but Afro tech has got the layers that I like, and I like the pace and the energy that you get from it. But there's so many different variations.
It's like everything. It's like, if you try and look for something, you're going to find something. It's like a rabbit hole. It's going to keep going. Yeah, but I love it. It's honestly, it's changed my life, I'll say.
Yeah, and so what does DJing mean for you now? I mean, is it your main, you working? Because I know that you're doing events. You had your first event the other day, which I came to, and it was really, really lovely vibe.
Thank you.
And I loved your set.
Oh, thank you.
I loved your energy. I was like, yeah, man. And I loved your dancing and your fearlessness.
Yeah.
To just release yourself in that moment.
That's what it is. I think it's just a release. Like, people always say to me, you have so much energy. And I'm like, if you know me personally, I'm so quiet. I'm always the one kind of to the side. Like, just at the back. I'm very introverted. Which people are like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I am. But when it comes to music, it's like this whole different, like, it's like an awakening almost.
Yeah, an outlet.
An outlet. And for me, DJing is my outlet. It's my spiritual connection with myself, with my ancestors, just with the universe. And it's how I feel true, just love in my life. I have a day job, of course. Until I become like big enough.
She's already doing secret garden party. I mean, like next year she should quit.
Like, bye. But yeah, I have a day job. I've always been in fitness, so I used to do bodybuilding. Now I'm a gym manager, so that's my day job. And then when I go back home, a complete different person. I do music, so yeah.
And I get it, because music's always been therapy for me. Or I've got my day job. I work. But raving before I became a DJ was always my release. It's like therapy. I could go out and let the music take me in a way that I see it takes you.
Exactly.
And it's an expression. It's not trying to dance. You know, some people are like, you're not trying to dance. The music's dancing you, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So then to be able to then now step onto the decks and be the one that's providing, it's such an amazing feeling.
Exactly.
It's so uplifting, and this is brilliant. I love it so much, and it's so nice to see other people who are in that same vibe.
Exactly. I think like you said, we spend all of our day, most of our lives, conforming to certain rules. You know what I mean? You go to work, you have to look a certain way. You do this, you have to be a certain way. But then when you're DJing, I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I can play whatever I want, really and truly. There's no, this is your rules.
Yeah.
I love just stepping outside and just colouring with what I want to colour with.
Yeah, scribble outside the box.
Right, there we go. There we go.
Brilliant. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
So, what does the future hold then? What's next? I mean, you started at the top. So, what can we expect from you in the future?
For me, I'm gonna quit my day job.
That'll be a start.
But I do want to push forward my event, which is Underground Waves. If you came to the last one, of course, and the main point of the platform is to give up and coming DJs, you know, somewhere to play, a platform, a place to come to with an underground sound. Yeah. I think like when I first started, it was like, how do I become a DJ? I was Googling. And they're like, yeah, just go to your local club. and I was like, no, but they don't know my sound. Yeah, like, no one's like, what? Like, what do you play? And I don't play like pop music. I don't play this. Like, there's nowhere for underground DJs to go. And the places that do this kind of sound, they already have their people. You know what I mean? They've already got their people on the lineups. We know who we're going to hear. We know what we're going to see.
Often it's very repetitive.
Exactly. But there's so much talent. So I really want to push that and then make it just such an open space. No egos in the room. Just everyone just come in and we just smile and we dance and we be silly and we be dumb and we support the new talent that's coming in. So that's my goal, is to push that event and obviously hopefully elevate myself as well eventually. So yeah, I can't tell you for sure, but yes, keep your eyes on the me.
And so, what has been your favourite moment so far? Can you think of like you've had an amazing journey with a lot of highs. What was your, if you could pick one, what was one of your best points?
Oh my gosh, Jesus, so much. One of my best points was making the switch in the sounds I was playing, and that first set that I ever played with the music that I really fell in love with. Everyone went crazy, and I was like, okay, I've done it now. Like, I've unlocked what I needed to unlock. Now I just go. So that has been like a high point for me, because everyone was just like, whoa.
Because I haven't asked that question, I should have asked it earlier. But what's your sound? This is my worst question. What's your sound? And I know the answer most times, because some people do fit themselves into a box and they find their niche and they go there. Yeah. And some people like me, I'm still trying to find my zone, and I feel like it's all mine. So, what genre do you play?
I play music for the ravers. That's it.
I like that one.
I just play for the ravers. That's it. Wherever I want to go, I'm gonna go. I just know it's for the ravers. And that's my
people
sound.
who wanna dance. You wanna feel. Are there any DJs or producers that have really inspired you, that you aspire, that's made you feel like, yeah, that's the direction that I want to go in?
Producers that I love, and I always give love to, is number one, I love Mad One, because it was just different. I love his music. Love Timberwolf.
I've got track with Timberwolf. I love Timberwolf.
I saw that actually. I was downloading music. I was like, wait a minute, whose name is that? Love Timberwolf. Love DJ Icy. Love
For me, Icy's like history, because I'm a bit older than a lot of the DJs that are coming through now, and I raved to Icy, to Kismet, to it's Circle. Listen, people don't know about the thing. You get me? Circle, it's history, and it's so nice to see those producers like. You see Icy, House Super, and you see them coming through with music, and it's like, wow.
Yep. So literally all those lot, it just like takes the words out of my mouth. Whenever you hear a track and you're like, what? Oh my God, I need to buy this, but I'm broke.
Well, there are some sites.
Literally, I'm so broke.
It's expensive though, isn't it? Like when you actually sit there and start downloading and paying, like, mate.
Oh my gosh. And then it's just the work that goes behind finding them. But yeah, those guys, amazing, phenomenal. That's what I can say about them.
Okay, well, I think it's a good time for us to then start stepping over to the decks and hear some of those producers that you really like. And let's hear your sound.
Let's do it.
Let's go.